Ford CEO Jim Farley has recently made some comments regarding Tesla that I think everyone is a little bit confused by. If you can decipher what he means here and work out whether or not there is even a real fair analogy, which I don't think there is, then I honestly would genuinely love to know about it. Hello, my friends. Welcome to the channel. I'm Sam Evans. You're watching the Electric Viking. Great to see you. Ford CEO Jim Farley has made some kind of bizarre comments, which everyone is really confused about. He said, stop looking at full self-driving and Tesla. And the reason he said this is because he believes Ford Pro is somehow a competitor to that. Now, Jim Farley generally he's pretty positive about Tesla, but lately he's been trying to get people to invest in Ford. And he's basically saying this to investors. Don't stop investing in Tesla. What are you doing? The Ford stock price has been bashed for 10 years now. If you'd invested in Ford 10 years ago, you would have lost money, a significant amount of money. It's not funny. I shouldn't laugh about that. I'm not laughing, guys. That sucks for you if that happened to you. Anyhow, he said this: if you're looking for the future of the automotive industry, stop looking at full self-driving and Tesla. Look at Ford Pro. It's got 500,000 subscribers with 50% gross margin. Now, he said this at the Wolf Research Conference, where he also made some interesting comments where he attacked the UAW, suggested that Ford would move some of its factories to Mexico. And he said, you did this to yourselves. This wasn't our fault. You've made this happen. So he seems like he's in a position where he's pretty worked up right now. So maybe this analogy isn't correct, because Ford Pro, as far as I can tell, is nothing to do with full self-driving. It's actually like a fleet management tool. It's got nothing to do with being able to take your hands off the wheel or anything like that. So clearly Ford, I believe what he's saying is the future of the automotive industry is not full self-driving. It's not automated robo-taxis. It's not being able to have a vehicle pick you up with no driver. And he believes that is not the future. Now, I disagree 100%. I believe that it absolutely is the future. And eventually, I believe humans will be banned from driving, because let's think about it. I mean, what's the most dangerous thing most humans can do? Get in a car and drive. How often do you get in the car and drive and think, that person should not be driving, that person is crazy. What are they doing? They're high, they're something. I'm not saying people shouldn't drive, but I'm saying that eventually full self-driving will be so good, whether that's Tesla or any other manufacturer, I don't know. Who knows? We don't really know yet who's going to be the dominant players in this industry. I think Tesla could be one of them for sure, though. But the point here is this. It's inevitable. It's happening. The future of the automotive industry, it's going to go in that direction. It may not happen next year. It may not happen in 5 years, but most certainly it will be in 10. Anyhow, Ford Pro is Ford's business unit for commercial customers. So these subscribers are actually fleet management subscribers. So yeah, they're paying, making 50% margins on fleet management subscriptions, but I don't really understand what this is about. It says including fleet operators and government agencies who are subscribed to Ford Pro. Now, Ford Pro's pre-tax earnings increased between $8 billion and $9 billion in 2024. I kind of should make up if that's actually finance. Could be part of Ford's finance division. Ford does make a lot of money out of financing, and Ford has a lot of debt, but a lot of that debt is actually good debt because Ford's acting as a bank. Now, it's good debt, of course, if people pay it back. Then you make profit. If they don't pay it back, well, that's when it becomes a problem. And obviously, recently, the rate of people actually defaulting on their loans on cars has increased, but not enough yet to be a huge problem for Ford. Now, in my opinion, what Ford need to do is not concern themselves with what Tesla is doing, worry about what they're doing. Their EV production is a nightmare. I mean, Ford's EV sales are very small in comparison to the biggest automakers in the world, even the Volkswagen Group. A number of automakers you've never heard of are making 10 times more EVs than Ford. That's what Ford needs to do. Forget about this comparison of Ford Pro versus Tesla full self-driving. I don't see there being a comparison. Think about it this way, right? Ford had a full self-driving division it was working on with Volkswagen Group. There was billions and billions of dollars invested into that, and last year they disbanded it. They fired all the employees, got rid of it. it went bankrupt. That division, essentially, Ford just got rid of it. They let it go. They kind of forgot about this idea and decided we're not going to even bother with any version of full self-driving. Now, Ford is one of the few car companies in the world that have done that, made that decision. Therefore, Ford don't have a Ford Pro, which is anything to do with or relevant to Tesla's full self-driving option. So maybe someone should update Jim Farley on that news, because he clearly doesn't understand the difference. Or maybe I'm missing something. If I'm missing something, please guys, let me know what that is in the comments. Thank you for watching.